as it got closer and closer to July 1st, Leafs Nation came to terms with Mitch Marner walking away from the team. And there were the reports, obviously, recently about Vegas. And they had previous talks with Vegas in the past. But it didn't seem real. And today at I'd say about 5 o'clock, maybe just before then, Elliot Friedman tweets out that Mitch Marner has been traded to the Vegas Golden Knights. Obviously, his rights have been traded to the Vegas Golden Knights, and then he got signed to a $12 million at 8-year contract. Isn't it crazy what a no-tax state will do for you, Gare Bear? Yeah, I tweeted it out, and people seem to like it. Guess what? You ever watch the NFL, ladies and gentlemen? And you see how Jerry's World, they call that, the Dallas Cowboys? Well, Gary's World is the NHL, and honestly, it's his world, and we're just living in it. Like these low-tax state teams, looking at Florida, looking at Vegas, it's fine. No problem, nothing to see here, Gary, right? Nothing. Just stupid. But regardless of that, because a lot of Leaf fans wanted Mitch Marner gone, you got your wish. And I will say this. Mitch Marner was not built for playing in Toronto. And Leafs Nation were not built to watch Mitch Marner play. Great regular season player. When there's lots of space out there and the neutral zone is more open and the front of the net's more open and the perimeter there's a lot more holes and it's a lot more open. He's great. 102 points for Mitch Marner last year. His career high, 27 goals, awesome stuff. But Leaf fans have seen it over and over again. When it comes to the postseason, when everything tightens up and the defense gets a lot tighter and that front of the net, no, doesn't happen. And he's sit there playing with it on the perimeter. It doesn't go well. Now, it didn't go well with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Will it go well with Vegas? Maybe. That team's fantastic already. You put him alongside of Jack Eichel and oh boy, that top line looks great. So I do wish Mitch Marner all the best. I know it didn't work here, and clearly he wore a lot of it, and he visibly wore a lot of it. But for Leaf fans, I think it's a little bit of a sigh of relief or a breath of fresh air. For a few reasons. One, with Shanahan gone, we've seen a couple signings recently. John Tavares getting his contract, Matthew Knies getting his deal, and collectively Leaf fans were actually like, these are pretty good contracts. And the core four of Tavares, Matthews, Nylander, and Marner have been right at the forefront of the Shana plan. Well, right as Shanahan is gone, Mitch Marner is dealt to the Vegas Golden Knights. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. But there may be something to it. Now, the Leafs didn't get nothing back for Mitchell Marner. They acquired big center Nicolas Roy from the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, a guy that's going to plug into your lineup. A big third-line center. And he's going to fit right in. He's in a good spot. He scored double-digit goals the last 4 seasons. Albeit, is he going to play 15, 16 minutes a night? We'll see. But he had 15 goals last year, 13 the year before, 14 the year before that, and 15 the year before that. 31 points, 41 points, 30 points, 39 points. He plays the PK. He's a big center. Again, it's a good thing that you got something. We all knew Mitch Marner was going to walk out the door, and the fact that the Leafs could get something of substance for Mitch Marner, you'll take it. But it is still very weird to think that Mitch Marner is no longer a Toronto Maple Leaf. I truly believed that he would be a Leaf for life. Regardless if you wanted it or not, that he'd be a Leaf for life. He's been a Leaf now for near 9 seasons, going into year 10. He's put up an incredible amount of points. If he stayed with the organization, he'd lead the team, lead the organization in assists, franchise history, alongside of Matthews with goals. But in the end, it's not about that. It's about cups. And this organization hasn't seen one since 1967. Did you know that? Or have people not talked to you to death about it? But Brad Treliving, in his end of season presser, said that DNA change was coming. Now, we didn't know what that meant. We had a feeling it meant Mitch Marner. But again, did you really believe that they would finally cut ties with Mitch? I didn't. I truly believe they'd end up figuring something out, give him a good deal. There we go, on to the next thing. But no, it's done. The Core 4 era is over. It's now the Matthews era. Or if you want to say the Matthews-Nylander era. This is it. Mitch Marner is no longer a Toronto Maple Leaf. He's a Vegas Golden Knight. The Leafs do have some cap space still left over. They had made a trade earlier, and I'll talk about that and Steven Lorentz there in a little bit. But to wrap this whole point up, I do want to thank Mitch Marner for his 9 years. For the regular seasons, the fun regular seasons, for getting this team back into the postseason consistently. But also I wish him the best of luck because it was time. It was time for both parties. And when I heard that he didn't waive his no trade at the deadline where the Leafs could not get Mikko Rantanen, I was like, that's enough for me. Now you're hamstringing the team. And then you lose, and he's yelling at the team in that game 6 or game 7 against Florida. It was time. And for Leaf fans, we got to turn the page now. It's a new era. What does that mean? Nah, hell if I know. But we'll see. The team is going to look vastly different with no Mitch Marner alongside of Austin Matthews or no Mitch Marner alongside of John Tavares next year. They do have some cap space to play with. The free agent pool kind of stinks. So do you believe in Easton Cowan making the team? Do you use him and acquire an asset? They have the cap space to do so. And you do not want them to overpay in free agency because that is always what happens. But regardless of that, I'm going to wrap it up with this. Mitch Marner is a Vegas Golden Knight and not a Toronto Maple Leaf. It is very weird. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and, anything Mitch Marner related, good or bad, hit the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video. Thoughts on Mitch Marner getting dealt to the Vegas Golden Knights. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below as well. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs very shortly as they acquired Matias Michelli from the Utah Yeti? Hold on. Mammoth, right? I don't know. I have to look into that a little bit more. But the damn Utah Hockey Club. I'm going to still call them that for right now. And obviously Steven Lorentz re-up with the Leafs. So we'll talk about that very shortly. It's a positive video, so we'll get into that shortly. All right. So you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And the Mitch Marner saga being over, I guess. We'll talk to you guys then.